Hey guys, welcome back to Gunpla News, episode 21 for August 2016. This is the final part where we're going to be talking about some featured kits. So I've got 6 featured kits that I want to share with you guys, and again, if you want to check out more pictures, images, or if you want to see the pictures more closely, you can check in the information down below to links to all of these artists' websites or Twitters or the Modeler's G page for the or whatever. So you can check those out there. If you want to see these in more detail, I highly suggest that you do so you can see the pictures kind of more closely. But the first one I want to talk about here is an HD Turn A Shin custom build by Keita. Now this one I've been following on Twitter because I follow Keita on Twitter. I would highly suggest that you do. His Twitter account is linked down below. Fantastic modeler. And this one I've been following the work in progress and hoping for some like full nice photos like this. So I was really happy to finally see like some nice finished photos of this kit because it's really beautiful. I really like the design of the Turn A Gundam in general, the original design. The Turn A Shin I liked as well. As you guys may know, I have that kit, I reviewed that kit, and I really like that kit as well. I think it's a really interesting take on the Turn A Gundam. But what he's done here is really beautiful. For the most part, it's just changing the colors, and I really like the new colors he's working with here. The very like toned down color. There's only a few little bits of red, and that's really it as far as warm colors on this. It's just all just gray, white, and that really nice tone of blue that he's got here. The one thing that I really love about this kit the most, though, is the little bits of like metallic blue. Now, in some parts, what I think he's done is he's used just like some metallic blue paint. So I don't know exactly how he did that, whether he just used like some like silver or titanium paint and then just like some clear turquoise blue over the top of that, or you know how he painted that. I'm not quite sure. With some parts, what he did is he used like a turquoise blue color Aurora film on that. It's just like a sticker, kind of Aurora sticker you can get. So he had to like cut that in like the exact shape, and you can stick it there for stickers. I think that's probably what he did for maybe some of the smaller things like the camera on the head and the eyes and some of these bits. Well, I love how you can just see those little like shiny bits of like metallic blue poking out everywhere on the kit. It looks really, really cool. And then just the little bits of red and all the little tiny little color accents on there. Look really good, really makes the kit look great. So I really love just this kit just for basically the style of it, just the way that it's painted and colored. There's not really a whole lot of customizing really done with this kit as far as I can tell, but just the way that's painted is really, really nice. So definitely make sure you follow him on Twitter and check that out. Check out the images of this more closely so you can see it kind of in more detail. And you can only see it so big here in the video. But if you look at the pictures up close, you can really see how nice that this kit looks. Next is an SD+HG Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt custom build by Oz3Box, OZ3BOX. And what he's basically done here is combined SD and HG Gundam, and I'm sure he had to do some sort of customizing as well, because there, as far as I know, there's no Gundam Thunderbolt SD kit, so he's just used like an SD Gundam's head and kind of customized that to match the head of the Thunderbolt Gundam, and then you used the HG Thunderbolt Gundam parts of that. He's obviously gotten rid of like the thigh parts to make the legs shorter. But everything else pretty much looks pretty much there. Like the lower legs, the whole torso and arms, everything looks all pretty much stock from the HG kit. But again, he's just used an SD head on it and gotten rid of the thighs. This is kind of a theme that we were seeing quite a lot lately. I know a lot of Japanese builders are doing this lately, and I've seen especially a lot of them of different types of Zaku's and Zeon mobile suits, and it looks really good. They take like a Zaku HG kit and put a SD head on it and like make the legs shorter. They look really cool. I would really like to make one myself, so I'm really interested in giving that a try. This one I think just looks really nice too. So I haven't really seen too many done with Gundams. I know Jim, our good friend at Gunpla Fixation, has been working on one with the Gundam Mark II. So check out his work in progress. But so yeah, you just don't see Gundam versions as much as you see Zeon ones, so I wanted to share this one with you guys. This one as well, I'm pretty sure he's also using that Aurora film for the camera and the eyes of this. You can see they're like really extra shiny like that. I'm pretty sure that's not paint, that's just a sticker film. So yeah, just really cool, nice images here, and just like the way the images are like that really kind of just muted tone just looks really good too. Really matches the look of the kit, I think. So really quite like that. Next here is the MG Jesta Full Weapon diorama build by Akamari. This one is not really one that I would particularly like. If I just saw this like on display at an expo or something like that, I would kind of look at it for a second and be like, oh, that's kind of cool. But like the more I looked at it, I really did quite like it, just because what he's done with these custom weapons I think do look really good, and especially the LEDs he's used in them. What he did for the kind of sabers on the one arm, I believe those are parts of the what is that? The armored core, like the thing that has like a million chainsaws on it. That I think it's like the overt weapon, something like that. Anyway, it's a weapon set for armored core. And I believe that's maybe what he used for this, but obviously he changed the chainsaws into like heat blades. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that set again more closely, or this is entirely scratch build and I'm just completely wrong. The other weapon does seem to be entirely scratch built. Otherwise, just the base kit is the Jesta cannon, master grade SIS, so he used the probably P Bandai master grade Jesta cannon, and then the diorama he has built here is pretty nice as well. It's sometimes some very simple dioramas like this, where there's not really a whole lot there, I think look a little bit too simple, too basic. There's not enough details there. I like dioramas when they're not enough detail, they just don't really look very realistic. In this case though, I think it looks fine, because the diorama is there to basically just be like almost an effect part for the model kit. So like the model kit is still like the main thing. It's not really so much of a diorama as it's just a model kit with a effect part, which is just a big diorama for it. So like he has like the flames built into there, which also have LEDs in them, which look really cool. So I think seeing this kit like in the dark, or like with all the LEDs lit up, is how it's kind of meant to be seen. And in that case, you're not going to see a lot of like little details of the diorama. So I think the amount of details in this diorama that he has in this case is perfectly fine. Again, and that's all just totally my personal opinion, but that's just kind of my take on that. Otherwise, the kit itself does look really cool. The Jesta cannon looks good in this less blue, and it's just more of like a dark grayish color, and then it has just some red accents on it. Looks pretty good. So just, yeah, a really cool, interesting build. Those weapons, yeah, again, I'm not sure how much is scratch build or not. I haven't seen those before, so I'm guessing that's a lot scratch build, but I don't really know. I haven't seen any work in progress photos for this. It would be interesting though to see. I'll probably have to try to find some work in progress photos for that, because it'd be interesting to see those. Taking a step back now from the very customized, now going back to something a little bit more simple, is the HG Gundam Local Type custom build by YUUPA. And this one is just, it's almost just like a stock Gundam Local Type, but you can tell there is a little bit of customizing going on here. He used just a regular Gundam's face instead of the visor. I think that's a totally different head too. I think that maybe he used a head from a different kit for this, or just the head is very customized. He also customized the front of the chest a little bit there as well. So you can tell it is a little bit different from just the regular stock kit, the Local Type kit. Otherwise, just a really, really nicely painted and decaled kit here. I really like the colors he's used. It's slightly different from the stock colors. There, the grays and blues are a little bit different, and it's just really nicely painted, really nicely detailed. And so, I mean, to feature like these kits that are super customized, or like just super like detail and all this stuff is cool, but sometimes I like to just, I really just am a big fan of just really nicely done kits. So like you don't have to do all this extra work to them. You can just do just a few little things and just a nice paint job, and you can make a really beautiful looking kit. So this is a case of that. That's not saying that this build is any less worth than something that does have a lot more heavy customization to it. But it's just a different style, or I don't know, it's just different. So I really like these, personally, kits like this where it's just really nicely built up and painted. Colors look really good. I really like that color of red. I think this is also a kind of a trend these days in Japan. I think they're using a lot more pinkish color for a lot of reds. It seems like, again, it just seems to be a little bit of a trend these days, but I'm into it. I really like that look. It works quite well. Next is a Master Grade Destiny Impulse custom build via Dengeki Hobby. So I don't know who exactly the modeler is for this. I'm guessing maybe it's just a staff builder at Dengeki Hobby, but I'm not sure. I know that you can just find this on their website though. So what this is just a Destiny Impulse Gundam, just kind of custom painted. And the reason why I wanted to feature this is just because I really like the colors of this, and I think it's a great example of custom color scheme that works really well. Custom color schemes, you know, work better or worse sometimes for different kits. This one especially is a different color inner frame, so usually people stick to gray or silver or gunmetal, those kind of standard colors for inner frames, but it seems this also seems to be a little bit of a trend going on in Japan these days, is to use this kind of like tannish color for inner frames. This is kind of a mix of like tan. I think some of that is actually gold as well. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's just a good example that, you know, inner frames don't have to be silver, gunmetal, or gray. You can use different colors for inner frames. So I am planning to do that more in the future because I like the look of it, and I think this is a great example of that. Just cool color scheme here in general for this Gundam. I really quite like the look of this Gundam. I really contemplated getting this kit just because I especially like that head. The head without the V-fin is quite interesting, but I'm just still not really a fan of the Destiny wings personally, but that's just how I felt about that. I like the style of the Gundam, and the lack of V-fin and the cannons looks cool, but just the wings still kind of kill it for me. So I don't know. Anyway, just a really nice build here. Again, don't know exactly who was the builder, but it'd be interesting to know because I'd like to see some more of their work. But just a really nice build of that kit. And the last thing here is an MG Astray Blue Frame D black version, custom build by Mungge. Mungge, I'm guessing that's Mungge is how that's supposed to be pronounced because of just the meaning of the word in Korean. I know this is a Korean builder. This is another thing that I would normally not really care for too much, just because I've said in the past and many times that I don't like this kind of like dark or like evil color scheme of like black and red, or like for example the Exia Dark Matter. That kind of color scheme is just not really appealing for me. But in this case, I think it works really well for this Gundam, and I like the fact that he used some white for the backpack as well. So the backpack is like black and white, which looks really good. And the Gundam is just mostly black, and there's some, again, like gunmetal for that, but I think in this case it works because the Astray, usually the frame of the Astray is not in gray or gunmetal. It's usually colored depending on if it's the red frame, it's red, blue frame, it's blue. In this case, it's just gunmetal. It's like the normal kind of inner frame color, which is interesting. We don't see too often. So it's like the inner frame is gunmetal, the armor is black, and then all these sword blades are red, in a really nice color of red. And on the head as well, I like the red parts on the head and the red under the eyes. It all looks really good with this kit, I think. So definitely a really nice version of the Master Grade Astray Blue Frame D. I still have that kit, which I really want to build and review for you guys, but I just haven't had the time. Picked that up last year in Japan, like just after it came out, and I meant to review it right away, but just didn't have time. So still planning on doing something with that kit for you guys. Actually, if you remember, my plan for that kit is to build that kit and then kind of have that kit paired with the Zoids, Liger Schneider. Have those on my to-do list. Anyway, so that's it for this section of featured kits, and that's it for this episode of Gunpla News, guys. Thanks for checking that out. If you do have any other questions or comments, leave those down below. Something you'd like to request me to maybe mention that I missed, if you want me to mention that. Next time, leave those down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.